Welcome to another edition of the Bones of Advertising. I'm Craig McLeod, which makes you John Douglas. And JD, have you got a bone for us today to kind of fry some of the morsels of meat off?
I've got a little delightful little bone to chew over today. It's the bone of outdoor advertising.
Outdoor, I don't mind the old outdoor in certain circumstances. I do think it's a good medium for a little bit of fun, and if you're clever, you can sometimes take it just from your squarey sort of rectangle looking thing to something a little bit more sort of highly interactive and creative even.
I think you're right. I think there is, we've all seen bad outdoor posters.
Hell yes.
The big outdoor poster that's got, here's a picture of a person and a headline and 7 lines of copy that no one's going to read at 60 kilometers an hour.
Yeah. And
a big phone number that no one drives around with a piece of paper and a pen going, oh, hang about, what was the number? No one remembers that shit. So I'm a big fan of the simplicity of a outdoor poster. Just, what's the name? What does it do? Why should I remember you?
Now, this one, I'm going to start us off with JD, because this is something that you and I absolutely love, right? We're Kit Kat aficionados. We love the Kit Kat stuff, everything they do, like the Christmas ad, the TVC that we still talk about, bloody brilliant, so good, but they translate it even to outdoor. Like, how clever is that one? Though, and we'll put it up now so people can see what we're talking about, but it's 3/4 of a billboard and the bit that says, it's basically take a break, but part of it's missing. Like, I just love that. That's just so good.
And it just builds on.
Yeah, the whole story.
Yeah. I really like one. I remember the first time I saw a poster like this. It was for a bird seed in I grew up in Adelaide. Please don't judge me. And on this poster, it was just a picture of this huge pack of bird seed.
Yeah.
But someone had put a little ledge in front that no one could actually really see. And every day they'd come along and they would sprinkle bird seed.
So it was like a stack of birds on there, real live birds.
And you get live birds flocking to this packet of bird seed.
Bloody brilliant.
Brilliant. But it was just this delightful kind of, it doesn't have to just be an outdoor poster. Like, it doesn't have to be like a, press ad, made big.
No, it doesn't. I mean, you're right. There's so much that people try and stuff into that medium, which that's not the place for all of that stuff, like you were saying before. But if you can be clever, like, I know there's one you also like from New Zealand where they're talking about trying to get people. So this maybe it's from a while back. I'm not exactly sure when, but from New Zealand where they're saying, get your seatbelt on, even in the back seat. But they've gone even further. Yeah, how good is this though? They've basically whacked in, like, you've got the back seats, and we'll put it up. You got a guy sitting in there, but he's connected to a slingshot without his seatbelt on.
Mm.
So you're not safer in the back seat. Like, it was a really clever to give you an idea that if something happens and you hit the anchors, off you go like a slingshot, straight out the front.
I love it when they do those things where they use other props to do.
So they go outside of the rectangle and then add bits to it.
Yeah.
So
that I did like that the Powerhouse Gym ad with the cranes.
Oh, and he's enormous, and he's pulling down. Like, that was so good, wasn't it?
Wasn't it just like? And I mean, there's some people who have won awards with scam ads. And so, I think we're walking a very fine line here, and I don't want people writing in saying, oh, that was just a bloody scam ad. You can tell because it's just, it's a bloody good idea. It's a great idea. And I reckon people would look at it and go, you know what? I believe that.
But even if you think, and you're right, JD, maybe some of them are all post-production and Photoshop, but the whole thing is, even if it is, the idea is still there. So I don't care if they did it in post. The idea is there. If they were able to bring it to life, and get it out there on a billboard, happy days for me. But even was it IBM or one of the computer companies that decided that the billboard needed to add a little bit more? So they made like ramps and stuff, and they made like a
Yeah.
seat or was that them?
That was IBM's.
Yeah, bloody clever.
Thinking for smarter cities or whatever.
Yeah. Like doing a bit more with it. Okay, yeah, it's a billboard, but you know what? We can make it a seat. We can make it a cover for you while you're waiting for the train, or we can make it a ramp to go up with your bloody suitcase. It was really clever.
But it extended it proved the promise.
Yeah.
Like that Kit Kat one kind of proved the promise. It's like, have a break. All right, I'll bloody have a break.
I'm not going to finish my billboard. I'm going to go and have a break.
There was a delightful ad. I saw a poster. They launched a discount supermarket, and they found this poster on this little back cut.
Oh, this was in Adelaide, wasn't it?
In Adelaide, yeah. And they had so it was this back cut that everyone would take, but it was just a poster, but they'd taken the whole skin off the poster.
Right. So there's basically nothing there than the background.
Just the framework. Yeah. And then they just put up just a single slat just in the middle, and it just said, "Don't spend more than you have to."
Oh, how good is that?
It's just delightful.
Wow, that's LD worthy. It's that bloody good. Isn't it? That's ripping. So just one section across the middle, don't spend more than you have to.
No, but wow. I like those, just even simple things. There's that delightful poster about the tailgating and the car.
Oh, and the actual billboard smashed up.
Billboard's all smashed up. I think it's the whole thing of if you can make people smile and make people laugh at the what they see, it's not about how clever the writer or the art director or the strategist is. It's just like, I get it. Like it's the ultimate I get it medium.
And that's the memorability of it. I don't even know if that's a word, but the whole idea behind these things is how do we make them remember it? It's got to be more than just the press ad translated to outdoor. It's got to be something that they can see and instantly recognize and remember. That's the key to it. Because if we're looking at, reach or frequency, trying to get someone to see something on a regular basis before we can empower them to act and do something, if they see it and they can remember it, the next time they see it, they're like, you know what? Maybe I will go to JB, whatever, I might go, who knows where I'm going to go. But if I've got that cue stuck in my head, and you still think of the JB, we've done it again in the smashing glass on the TV. How do you translate that to an outdoor? I don't know. Maybe there's a whole bunch of stuff smashed out there, but then you hear it again on your way. You're like, I'm not going to the good guys. I'm going to JB because they've done it again.
Yeah.
That's the point of this, is if you can be creative and you can capture people while they're in that commute to going somewhere.
That's right.
Gosh, we're going to be able to go somewhere pretty soon, my boy, which is pretty exciting.
Looking forward to it. I wonder if they've reimagined outdoor posters while we've been locked down. Somehow, I don't think so.
I hope they've come up with something fabulous.
I really like that Copenhagen Zoo bus with the massive boa constrictor around it.
Yeah, it was just squeezing the life out of the bus.
Yeah.
And then you got was it the FedEx one that's got the competitor? I don't know who the competitor is.
DHL.
Yeah, they got DHL.
No, UPS. It's UPS,
UPS. Whatever it is, DHL.
DHL with the yellow one. Yeah.
You got FedEx up front, and then they painted the back part of their bus to look like the other guys coming second. It's got always first or something up front.
Always
ahead.
Yeah. I like that. I like that one out of I think it was Lebanon. The natural hair color one.
Oh, when it's cut out.
They cut it out.
Yes.
That's just brilliant. To my mind, that's just
the sunset shining through, or even at night, you've got the dark hair. So it kind of covers that full gamut of great locks in this cutout.
And it just says natural hair color, and it's talking immediately to people who worry about the quality of their hair color. Do you get it? Thanks very much. See ya. That's the power of a good poster.
And all it is a cutout. It's not even, anything extravagant like some of the others that we've seen, where, there's a whole bunch of things added. This is just cutting a bit out and letting nature come through to deliver the hair color.
Yeah.
It's so clever.
Fantastic. Yeah. I like that. I like there was one for a driving school in Brisbane. And it was this big poster on the side of the Gold Coast Highway. And all it said was, "Oi, eyes back on the road." It's just like
Brilliant.
that. Like that, but I love the thinking of we're making you read this so that you don't read this.
Yep. So good, so clever.
Really clever.
I mean, I think there's a ripping one that we've seen time and time again, but I'd love to see like a Gillette one, just like if they can get one in the right environment that's still on a busy freeway or something, but the grass is all grown and then you've just got the razor.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
got this strip that's mown. I think we've got one that we can bring up that shows. I don't know if it's for Gillette, but that stuff just makes me giggle. I love that.
I love it. I just think it's really, really simple. It doesn't have to be like, it doesn't have to be anything overly kind of, over-engineered. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love a bit of an over-engineered poster, but I think there's. I like that the Frozen Mars one.
Which one? That one? Oh yes, when he's stuck to it and it goes across 2 billboards and his tongue's massive. That's right. Bloody brilliant, wasn't it?
I just think they're just, I think the great thing about it, and there's plenty of them, like there is bucket loads of great posters out there, but there is still more posters, unfortunately, that just like, really? Like that's the best you could do? Like, come on, pick your game up.
Yeah, exactly. Pull up your socks, have a red hot crack, will you?
You just need to
have a go.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to ask you a couple of questions, my boy. What do you think of the interactive one? So the interactive poster, they're getting a little bit more these days, and I think our immersion or our captivation with QR codes at the moment as well. What do you think of the interactive? So you're there, you're at the tram stop, and you've got this thing, and you're like, okay, scan, or it starts to move itself.
I am a great believer that people are lazy. And so they'll read a poster, or if you make them laugh, they'll go, ha. But if you're asking me to get my phone out to interact with a poster, I reckon the first time, if you did it and it was thoroughly entertaining, then absolutely, you'd stay involved with it. But if it was just a redirect to some website that gave you 20% off, I don't reckon I would ever use the QR code again. Do you know what I mean? Like, I reckon it's just people don't want to have to go out of their way to get your message.
Yeah. Do you remember the one that was done at Christmas, right? And it was one of the airlines that had the billboard there, and it was fully interactive. So you'd take a photo and you'd tell the billboard, I think it was Santa, what you want. And then you got off the plane at the other end, and guess what? They got their gift, if it wasn't ridiculous, of course. But so you got people jumping on, I don't know where it was. It was in the States somewhere, I think. Yeah. But they've interacted with it. They've told Santa what they want. They get to the other end, and lo and behold, up comes Santa and says, "G'day, Craig. I heard you wanted a remote control car, mate." Here you go. Like, extraordinary, like so good.
Unbelievable.
That's taking it to another level, though.
It is. And it's the kind of thing where you would hope that the next time you booked a flight, you go, maybe they'll be running that same thing again. I was going, book with Delta, or,
Yeah, but you could do it even more simply. I mean, you probably couldn't do it with booze or something, but you could do it with like a new kombucha or whatever the latest, drink is. You could have people tell us your flavor and land them at the other end. And then all of a sudden they get off and like, Mr. Douglas from 1C, I believe you want the ginger and herb, blah, blah. And you'd be like, oh, hello, what's all this about? It'd be pretty bloody cool, though.
Yeah. Or they could do it on the plane. Like, tell us, what's your vote on a flavor.
Yep.
And then you get on the plane, it's like, I hear you like the strawberry and cream.
Yeah. How good's that?
But I think if you're captive somewhere.
Yep.
And it's like, I've been lost in airport terminals before, where it's like, just give me something for God's sake to do, please. Yep. And so, but as soon as they ask for data, as soon as they ask for my contact details, or I'm like, no,
can't help you.
No, you're either entertaining me to help to let me remember your product or make me buy something in the future.
Yep.
And I'm like, maybe I'm a little bit conservative, but
Nah, same as me, mate.
I just think you want me to, on the promise that I might be entertained, you would like my phone number? Sorry. No.
Not happening.
No. But I do like those. I do really like those posters where like where they just go out of their way to, like that. I like that what goes around comes around poster with the anti-gun thing wrapped around the pole.
Yeah.
I remember a great ad. I know we're running out of time. Let me two outdoor posters that were no bigger than that, I reckon.
Right.
Two of them. Brilliant. So one was driving through the back streets of Sydney, and there's a whole lot of second shops, and a mate of mine had taken me there. There was a spare parts, automotive spare parts shop, and he'd gone in there. I'm sitting there, in his car, looking up and around, and on this electricity pole, there's this little sign like that big, and it just said, "Want to lose weight?" and a phone number. It's like why up there?
Yeah, no, I've seen these all over the place, my boy.
Yeah. So, and as I'm standing there, this double-decker bus comes around the corner and parks right in front of this sign and the people sitting on the top level would be about eye level to this little sign.
Yeah, right.
And then a whole lot of people are getting off the bus to go to the second shops. And there were some people there who that sign may have been very applicable to.
Gotcha. Okay.
So it was just like, it would have cost them nothing.
Yeah, right.
Cost of a bit of sticky tape and that.
I love it.
And the other one was this delightful thing. It was about, again, that big. And it was in the rough at a golf course in New Zealand. It just said, it's underneath a tree. Just like this, just shit, like nothing.
Yeah, right.
And I've put my ball roughly
right there.
Yeah, right there. This little thing that said, "Need a golf lesson?"
Bloody brilliant. I bet you they're bloody all over the place. So everywhere you're likely to shank it or whatever, you'll find is need a golf lemon. A golf lesson? Call Gary, the golf professional. Call Jane, the golf professional today.
I love it. It was call Paul at the pro shop. So I did.
Very clever. Very, very clever.
But is it relevant? Does it make me laugh?
Yeah.
Do I need to do anything other than, smile and wave and move on?
I love it. Absolutely love it, my boy. Well, that's another edition of the Bones of Advertising. Don't go changing. I'll see you next week.
You take care, mate. Cheers.
See you, bud.